We're down here in Surprise, Arizona, covering Royals spring training, and we're sitting with one of the newest members of this team, and Isaac Collins made his way over from Milwaukee via trade in the offseason. Well, Isaac, new year, new camp, new team. How does it feel?
Feels good. It's always nice having a just kind of a clean slate, fresh start. I don't have to, you know, have any preconceived notions about me. Just, be myself and bring what I got to the table and, help this team win each night.
I know one of the things that JJ Piccolo brought up was, your ability to switch hit. Is there one side right now that you're more comfortable with? I know that I haven't been many switch hitters over the last couple of years in Kansas City. It's a common thing, of course, but I feel like everybody always has that favorable side. So for you, what is it?
Uh, well, naturally, I'm right-handed, and throughout my career, my right-handed splits have always been a little bit better. But I think last year, for the first time in my career, my left-handed splits were better. So I mean, I can't really pick. I mean, I'm comfortable with both. It honestly just depends on the day. I think a little bit had to do with the amount of at-bats I had against righties, just because there's obviously more righties than lefties. But yeah, I mean, right now I'm pretty comfortable with both. It really isn't uh, one side I favor over another. It kind of just depends on the day.
Walk me through that day that you were traded back in December, I want to say it was, where, we find out from time to time, sometimes they happen quickly. Sometimes it's, I got at least a day to pack and move on. So for you, when did you find out that you were being moved and what were those, couple hours like?
Yeah, so luckily it was in the off season, so not much changed for me other than the fact that I had a new org to go to. But I was at home in Colorado. I just moved into my new house, so we were unpacking and try to get settled in, and got a call from my agent saying that it sounded like I was going to go to Kansas City, and started getting some more calls from Milwaukee and Kansas City, and yeah, it was crazy. Wasn't quite sure how to feel at first, but once I came back down to earth, I started to realize I have a great opportunity in front of me here in Kansas City.
I know one of the new coaches on staff, Connor Dawson, coming over from Milwaukee. How did he help you last year? I know, you were a team that was the number one seed in the National League. You were a team that had to go up against some of the top organizations in all of baseball, the highest spending organizations in baseball, and to have the record that you guys did wouldn't have been possible without the offense. So, what does Connor Dawson bring to Kansas City, more specifically for you individually?
Yeah, I mean we had a good relationship. We still have one, obviously. And we just learned one another, and that's kind of what it comes down to throughout the season. It's a long season. A lot of guys view hitting differently, and Dossie's really good at just preparing us, giving us all the information we need going into a game. And, from there, it's, just executing the game. I'm a big believer, each guy, they're their own best coach. And, the hitting coaches are there to just guide us in the right direction. And Doss, I felt like, was always there to just get us back on track. And that's the biggest thing. It's a long season. It's tough. You're gonna go through slumps, but the best players, their slumps are only a few games. And I think he did a really good job of just, you know, making sure what you're good at and reiterating that and getting back to the basics.
When we talked to Jonathan India, not only last year but this year, of what goes into an approach, he's somebody that values the walk. He was top five in walk rate 2 years ago. Last year didn't have the results that he wanted, but you're another one of those guys, high OBP guy, draw a lot of walks. When you're going your best at the plate, what does it look like? Are you seeing a bunch of pitches? Are you sitting on a certain zone? You don't have to give away everything because that would be pitchers attacking you differently. But what is a successful at bat for you at the end of the day?
Successful at bat for me is getting my A swing off on a good pitch over the heart of the plate. So that necessarily doesn't happen every at bat. Sometimes they just paint, and if that leads to a walk, then great. I'm not. I'm trying to just take it one pitch at a time, and whatever the result is, that's what it is. I'm not up there trying to walk. I'm up there trying to hit the ball hard, and to hit the ball hard, I need a good pitch over the heart of the plate. So, I mean, it's very simple. Like I'm just hunting the heart of the plate. Whether that's fastball, slider, changeup. If it ends up over the middle of the plate, I need to get a good swing off, and I need to do damage. Um, and if I stick to that, then the hits come, the walks come, and the results just show up. But if you're up there, trying to get a hit or trying to work a walk, trying to see pitches, then that's when you miss your pitch or um, you kind of succumb to the pitcher's plan. So for me, it's just I'm stubborn over the heart of the plate. I don't want anything on the edge because I can't do damage on those pitches.
Last one for you, Isaac. Really appreciate your time. You're somebody that's also versatile in the field. Now, I know you're an elite defender and left, but also have that ability to play second base. How challenging is it, though, to go from left field, where you're seeing the ball off the bat differently? You're obviously in a totally different spot in the field, to going from second base, where you've got the most reaction time in baseball, comes off differently against lefties, comes off differently against righties. Is it kind of seamless for you where it just comes as second nature, or is there a little bit more preparation that goes into it?
Totally. There's a ton of preparation that goes into it. I wish I could just roll out of bed and play second and left, but no, the guys up here are good. They hit the ball hard. Playing infield in the major leagues is extremely tough. You gotta be locked in every pitch. So yeah, it honestly just depends on what the days looks like for me. Whether I'm starting in left or if I'm coming off the bench. And that's kind of how I prepare for the games. But yeah, I try to get as much work as I can on the infield. And then outfield, it's just shagging. That's kind of the best place to get reps in the outfield. So yeah, definitely a lot of preparation goes into playing both.
Isaac, appreciate your time, man. Good luck in camp.
No problem. Thank you.